Border Patrol is doing their job to try to stop them from bringing illegal immigrants over here to the U.S.
Gunfire. Patrick Schlegel. Now, authorities say a Border Patrol agent shot Schlegel in Aravaca, a community about 10 miles away from Arizona's southern border. There was an exchange of gunfire between agents and the suspect. Those agents were trying to stop a car they believed was involved in human smuggling, but authorities say the driver refused to pull over, leading to a pursuit.
CBP agents came into contact with the subject. During the attempt to apprehend him, the subject used a firearm to shoot at a manned CBP helicopter. The subject continued to flee on foot while being pursued by CBP agents who returned fire. The subject was shot. Aid was rendered by the CBP agents. The subject was transported to the hospital, underwent surgery, and is currently in recovery at this time.
The FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department are investigating exactly what happened. At this early stage in the investigation, Sheriff Chris Nanos believes the Border Patrol agent acted lawfully, but the sheriff also says it will take time to reach a final determination.
We're not tolerating any abuse of a law enforcement officer, any assaultive behavior, any type of abuse. But that goes to our citizens as well. The citizens of Pima County know very well where I stand when it comes to violence. We're not tolerating violence to anyone in Pima County. And so we'll look at it all. We'll gather all those facts, and we'll be back again in a few days with more information to you so you can assure our communities that the system works.
The FBI expects to charge Schlegel with aggravated assault on a federal officer, alien smuggling, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. And that shooting happened just hours.
And he was a felon. And he already had counts. Yes, 15 viewers, brother. Listen, I want to address this. I like this. You know what? I like this. I like this. I like when people do this. Let me tell you why I like when people do this, because there was one point where I didn't have anybody in here watching. There was one point where I was in here talking to myself. So I came up. I got 10 viewers. That's a come up. Y'all say y'all act like that's supposed to hurt somebody's feelings. Y'all so dumb. Y'all so dumb.
After federal agents raided numerous sports bars across the Phoenix area, today demonstrators took to the streets denouncing what they believe was an immigration enforcement operation, although Homeland Security officials have not confirmed that yet. Fox 10's Steve Nielsen reports tonight on the rising tensions in Arizona.
The rally today led to a march to ICE facilities. Tensions remain high, but we're still waiting for answers from Homeland Security about what exactly happened here. Protests erupt again outside of a Phoenix sports bar.
ICE out of Arizona. Can we say it again?
Monday, federal agents raided all 15 Zips and Goldie's sports grills in Phoenix, only saying they're serving search warrants for felony violations of federal law. Both Homeland Security investigations leading the way, which is under the same federal umbrella as ICE. Protesters believe this was an immigration raid. They shouted and chanted outside of Zips, and Tuesday they returned, marching from the Central Avenue location to the ICE Phoenix field office a mile to the south.
They're hurting people, they're hurting families, and
I wish I shut up with this stupid shit. When they're hurting people, they're hurting families. If y'all do what y'all supposed to do, I would tell the black community the same thing, because we got some black people in our community too that be saying, "Oh man, the police hate us." They always, okay, bro. But if you always resisting, if you always giving an attitude, if you always got some shit to say when a cop pull you over, instead of just giving them your license and registration and stop making shit so difficult so you can go on about your motherfucking day, things would be a lot simpler. But y'all are already over here illegally. You already over here illegally. That's just like saying, hey, if I'm driving down the street and I know for a fact I'm driving with a suspended license, and if I just so happen, now I ain't speeding, I'm not driving under the influence, I'm doing the speed limit. I got my seatbelt on. I'm doing everything right. Every time I get in the car, I do everything right. I put my blinkers on when I turn, but just so happen I just don't got my license and it's suspended, right? And the cop decides to pull me over. And he says, hey, let me get your license and registration. You don't have either. You don't got your license. Well, your license is suspended and your insurance has lapsed. So then you get upset at the police officer for pulling you over for driving illegally. You're going to get upset and get mad because he arrested you and put your ass in jail. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? This is the same situation that's going on over here. You're over here illegally. You're over here illegally. I'm sorry. You're over here illegally, bro. The main goal is getting the ones that's doing criminal behavior. Y'all see the video. Y'all see what's going on. They just try. A guy that's already got felonies is trying to smuggle 2 more illegal immigrants over here to the United States. But y'all getting upset and saying, get rid of ICE. Why? That's opening up jobs for y'all goofy asses, the ones that's American citizens. Since y'all say there ain't no more jobs, guess what? They helping y'all getting them up out of here. The illegal ones, and especially the criminals, get their ass up out of here because they come over this bitch. They over here harming our children, harming our women, harming our men, creating heinous crimes, doing egregious shit. Get their ass the fuck up out of here. For the ones who ain't doing anything, listen, man, listen, I'll say get them grace. But at the end of the day, listen, you got to go if you're illegal and you criminal and you're a criminal and you got felony charges and you still trying to get more people over here, bro, get up out of here. Bye.
Authoritarian move, and we need to get control of it before we end up like Minnesota.
I'm a born citizen and I'm scared.
Why would Trump be jealous of Obama?
Those that don't have a legal status, how they must feel.
Our community has been in fear for the last year because of the terror that ICE has caused.
Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari said she'd rather the government shut down than fund ICE after the events in Minnesota.
Are you willing to have a government shutdown over funding?
Republicans are willing to.
How stupid do you sound? What do you mean jobs aren't coming back? Jobs are already coming back. Do you not watch the news? What are you talking about? Ford is hiring right now. Ford is hiring. They just hired over 1,000 something employees right now. What are you talking about? Didn't Hyundai just start? Isn't Hyundai building a new manufacturing company? What are you talking about? Okay, dummy. AI robots. Who the fuck is gonna program the robots? Who's the one who's gonna do the maintenance on the robots? Who? The robots is gonna do maintenance on the robots? Is that what you're saying? Somebody got to program it. You know these data centers out here that they're making all across the fucking globe. Guess what? There are jobs for that too. You still need electricians to do those jobs. You still need electricians, right? You still need electricians. There are jobs within the job. But see, you thinking small right now. You thinking small because you an idiot. You thinking small right now. But don't worry about it. I talk about it all the time. We talk about money on my platform too. We only talk about politics. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you, big dog.
Government shutdown. They control the government.
Well, that's your personal problem. If it's up to you, then hey, go find another job.
Changes before they can earn democratic votes.
In a state,
let's be clear. Amazon Fresh is laying off. Amazon Fresh. Don't just say Amazon. Amazon Fresh. That wasn't a long-term play anyway. That was a whole test. But see, y'all ain't, man.
Let me stop pausing the video. She's seeking cooperation with the federal government, saying, I'm incredibly frustrated with the Trump administration's lack of adequate notification when conducting.
I'm sorry. I'm going to pause it again. Thank you, Bruce. It's just the fact that there are jobs that y'all ass don't want. It's the jobs that y'all ass don't want. It ain't no job, man. There's a lot of fucking jobs out here. Did you know you can go purchase your own job right? Did you know you can go purchase a business right now? A business that you probably drive by every single day. You don't even know it. You can go purchase, you're going to do a seller financing on the business right now. if you wanted to. You got to talk to the right people. But there are a lot of jobs out here. You just got to look. You got to be resourceful.
High-profile enforcement activities. It strains law enforcement's ability to coordinate effectively
go work
and protect our communities.
Industrial
We have been
complex.
in touch with the Department of Homeland Security, asking them how many, if any, people were arrested here, what charges they might be facing.
Thank you for proving my motherfucking point. Now stop fucking talking. Thank you for proving my point. Nobody wants the jobs. Thank you. Now shut up.
But they haven't revealed that yet. Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.
The Border Patrol agent who has been leading immigration enforcement operations across the country is now headed back to California. According to the Washington Examiner, Greg Bovino is no longer the Border Patrol's commander operation at large. He's leaving Minneapolis to resume his role as the chief Border Patrol agent for California's El Centro sector. Bovino's reassignment follows the deadly shootings of 2 people by federal agents in...
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Based on... You can base that off the statistics. Yeah, absolutely. But guess what? I've never been. Never been convicted of anything. Never been to jail. I'm a good boy over here.
Minneapolis. He was the architect of the Trump administration's large-scale immigration crackdowns. Tonight, the Department of Homeland Security says its agents are planning to conduct immigration enforcement operations at Super Bowl 60. Here's a live look at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it from a different angle too. Hold on.
It appears they are just stepping to the podium right now on this Border Patrol shooting one individual in critical condition. Let's take you out to it live to hear this update.
I have a couple of introductions to make here, and then I'll give you a brief statement, and then you can, I believe, FBI SAC, he's out of Phoenix, Heath Yankee has a few words to say as well. When we're both done, we'll take your questions as well. Okay.
Really don't care. Right.
Good evening.
I'll be saying shit as if it's supposed to make
my name is
me
Chris
feel some
Manos.
type of
I'm
way.
the sheriff here in Pima County, and we're here to talk about an incident that happened earlier this morning in a community just south of Tucson, about 35 miles south of here, in the town of Arivaca, actually just south of Arivaca. Arivaca is 35 miles from Tucson. It's about 10 miles north of the border. The incident was pretty clear cut, but I'd like to give you, I think you have a media release with some of this details, but I'll share it with you anyway. Again, it involves an individual who early this morning was being pursued by a Border Patrol agent. They had belief that this individual was involved in human trafficking from an earlier incident. They recognized his vehicle, made a traffic stop. When they made that traffic stop, the lone occupant, the driver, fled on foot. The agent, the Border Patrol agent, chased after him on foot. Shortly thereafter, shots were fired from the suspect, and the agent returned fire. The suspect was hit and is currently in one of our local hospitals here, being treated for his injuries. His condition, I believe, is listed as, this is something we do all the time. You know, Pima County, we take great pride in the fact that we were the first agency in the state to coordinate with all of its law enforcement agencies. There's 11 of those agencies in this valley of Tucson to coordinate our efforts when it comes to critical incidents.
That's why you got to think outside the box.
We created what is known as PCRIT.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Pima County Regional Office.
That's why they got to think outside the box.
And it combines effort from all regional partners in the valley. Whenever an incident like this occurs, the agency involved in that incident, particularly say today's incident, where there's a shooting, that
no, Obama wasn't.
Aside and allows all the other agencies to come in and investigate for that.
Create more ABC community.
We know that, but it's also
ABC community marriage is legal. He did all that shit.
Any kind of concerns that may come up from that. It's all about.
Oh, he did that here in 3,000. Was it over 3 million on deportation?
For a number of
years.
That,
that's for sure. That's a good thing.
Assisting our federal partners is no different than any other law enforcement agency. We've been tied to our federal partners in similar incidents like this going back for decades. I've been around for almost 50 years here, and I remember my time in homicide, and this was just routine for us. If you're involved in a critical incident, no matter what agency you're with, you call the sheriff's department.
Yeah. No mask on ice because nobody was out there protesting like they are now. The only reason they're out there because Trump. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all got such a disdain and hate for Trump to the point where y'all would do anything that's tied to Trump. Y'all would get upset about it. That is the problem. Because again, if Biden was to do it, there would not be an outcry in the fucking world. There wouldn't be. But because Trump said it, it ain't even about ICE. It's about Trump. Y'all mad at Trump. Y'all just don't like Trump. And that's cool. You ain't gotta like him. That's cool. And he probably really don't give a fuck that you like him or don't like him. He don't care. This nigga is probably a billionaire. He probably won't tell y'all. And y'all sitting over here, y'all really sitting over here tripping about Trump. Half of y'all don't even know who y'all governor, who y'all mayor is. Y'all don't even know who y'all mayors are in y'all own city. Y'all don't know who y'all governors are in y'all own city. Y'all don't know none of that shit, but y'all worried about Trump. Come on, man. The people that you vote for in your city, they are so much more closer, and you have so much more power and effect, and they have much more effect on what you got going on your day-to-day life than Trump does. Come on, man.
Step up and help you with that investigative effort and work alongside our partners daily. That's the benefit of working and living here in Pima County is every law enforcement agency head gets along in a great way. We help each other out. I think if you talk to some of your local media here with you, they'll tell you the same. This is rather unique for us in terms of being the first critical incident team that uses all agencies of the Valley to work together. So with that, I'm going to let Mr. Young come up, give a few remarks, and then from there, we'll take your questions.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Facts, big happy. You see what I'm saying? Y'all so dumb. You can't even have a solid conversation to Zen. You're dumb, bro. You're dumb. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, dog. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and this going on, and that's the thing. It ain't only happening over there in Minnesota. It's not only happening in Memphis, Tennessee. It's happening in Texas. It's happening in Cali. It's happening in Miami. Well, over there in Florida. It's happening down here and over here in Arizona. It's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. More border control. More border control. Until you can prove it, Zen, I don't care about what you saw already. If you can't prove it, unrefutable evidence, undeniable evidence that you can, even if you didn't want to believe it, you can look at it and tell, and you got the hardcore evidence, that's when I would say something. But just because you're throwing it out there, that doesn't mean anything to me. That's y'all fucking problem. Y'all just throw shit out there just because you heard somebody else say it. And then guess what you want to do? You want to jump on the bandwagon because you already got a disdain for them. So anything that they say negative about them, you gonna agree with, even if you don't even know that if it's factual or not. Y'all just be talking out of your emotions. That's y'all fucking problem. That's y'all's problem. That's y'all problem. Real talk. That is y'all problem. But anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh, let me read this comment real quick. Let me see. El Capitan Games. Another bootlicker stream. Easy vlog. Bullshit about ism. And excuses to kill citizens. Good luck growing your channel now. Nigga, I'm gonna grow my channel regardless. You ain't gonna stop shit. Who are you? 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 That's what I want to know. Who are you? You think I care that you block my channel? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't need you over here. I do know that this isn't an echo chamber, that's for sure. Listen, everybody in the chat could disagree with me. That's cool. We kicking it. We having fun. They may disagree with me on this Trump situation. That's fine. But there may be other things that we talk about as well that they may agree with. Just because we may disagree on one thing, that don't mean we disagree on everything. That's y'all fucking problem. You emotional. You drink too much soy milk. Grow some balls. Understand to be a man. I don't know if you're a man or not. I'm gonna assume you're a man. I'm gonna assume that you're a man. Grow some balls. Have some kahunas. It's okay to disagree with me. That's fine. I don't care. But we can still have a conversation about it though. But it lets me know you soft. You can't even sit and watch somebody else's stream, even though you disagree with them, because you feel some type of way. You soft. You soft. My question: when did you decide? When did you decide to follow politics? Big dog, I would say I started what we in 2026. I would say I really started paying more attention to it. I would say around the pandemic time. Around the pandemic is when I really started to pay a little bit more attention to it and really started to understand what was going on out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? But excuse me, when I do look at it, I do try my best to look at it from a business perspective. I try to take my emotions out of it, and I try to look at everything from an objective standpoint. Because at one point, I'll be honest with you, yeah, I voted for Obama back in the day. When I was able to vote, I voted for Obama. I did that. And the reason why I voted for Obama too, let me tell you why I voted for Obama. I voted for Obama because why everybody else did. I voted for Obama because everybody else did, because I was trying to be with the crowd. I was trying to be like everybody. Oh, you voted for Obama, I'm gonna vote for him too. You know, the whole brainwash shit of, oh man, he's a black man, the first black president. Why not, bro? So I fell for it. I can be transparent about that. I did. Until I started to open myself up and started to really like, you know what? Let me start thinking for myself. Let me start thinking for myself. Let me actually start looking at things from not only a business perspective, but also looking at things from a more open standpoint and more objective standpoint. Okay, let me see, what do I agree with on this side, on the Democratic side? Do I agree or align with what's going on over here on the Democratic side? And then I look over here on the Republican side. Do I agree? Even though I don't have to agree with 100% of what the Republicans do. Let's be clear about that. I don't have to agree with 100%. But do I mostly align with the Republican Party, or do I mostly align with the Democratic Party? And when I start to look at myself and reevaluate myself, I realize that I align more with the Republican Party. I'm more conservative than anything. I'm not a we need our reparations. I'm not that. I'm not the person that, hey, give it to me, just give it to me, hand it to me. We need it. We need our reparations. Give me money. Give me money. I'm not that. That's not me. I'm like, listen, I gotta go and get it. I rather deserve it. I rather earn my shit, which is why I created the earn circle. for my Patreon. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. Because we earn everything. That's why when the Zone said you only got 10 views, I'm like, that's cool, but understand where I came from. I started from 0. I started from 0 views. So if I'm at 10, that's a plus for me. So then in the future, people gonna say, oh, well, you only got 50 people. That's cool, because guess what? I only had 10. And then so on and so forth. It grows, it grows, it grows. It grows over time. I'm not doing this as a fly-by-night situation. I'm building something here. Yeah, it's a slow growth. That's what YouTube is. YouTube is one of the hardest fucking things to grow and build. It's hard, especially when you're doing shit the right way. You ain't paying. You're not paying to boost your shit. You're actually doing the fucking work. You're growing over time. So yeah, I would say I would more so align with being a capitalist. To answer your question, Justin. To answer your question, yes. Yeah, you can pretty much say that, right? Yeah, if these Democrats were in third world country acting like this, exactly. But this is how you know we live in a first world country. People are so entitled to the fact that the most simple shit as protesting, motherfuckers think that they can harm a federal agent's vehicle and think they can get away with it and think it's okay. They think that they can impede on it. And here's the thing. I hate to bring race into this situation because I try my best to keep race out of it. But you ain't gonna see black people doing this type of shit. Go back and look at the Minnesota videos. Where do you see black people out there? It's majority white, liberal white men and liberal white women out there. It's majority of them out there. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a Black Lives Matter movement, and they completely scammed the black community. That's why I didn't go for it. I'm like, nah, you ain't finna scam me, bro. Talk some Black Lives Matter fact. No. And they come to find out they've been out here scheming and scamming, stealing money. Come on, man. But hey, it is what it is. But to answer your question, bro, that's why. So I appreciate you asking that question, man, so I can give y'all a little bit more insight. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification.